The BIP is a self-service intelligence tool developed to bridge the shortcomings in the BW analysis tools. The purpose is both to maximize the information extracted out of the distributor data and to enable more distributors in the scissor analysis. It's based on Power Pivot, which is a free add-on for Excel 2010 and a default feature in Excel 2013. On one side, it combines a tabular model that uses a BPTIPAC engine to store and integrate data. This works pretty much like an OLAP cube. It relates data from different tables, and then it enables dimensions and hierarchies. But the main differences are, it runs in memory, so it runs much faster than a server-based analysis service, and it can handle massive amounts of data. On the other side, there is a set of DAX measures, which is a query language for relational data and dynamic aggregations. These measures are then found and compounded with time intelligence functions and parameters, so the final set is pretty much all-terrain. When you bring these two together, the result is a tool that performs very complex analysis in a fraction of the time and reports it in very flexible and dynamic ways. Before I get to explain how the BIP data analysis works, I need to explain where the data comes from. It stems from the BW CISO data flow, where the standard analysis tools are fed from BW. Then the allowed and stock data is a distributor monthly input, which is normalized by the web platform and then is uploaded into BW. That seems quite efficient, but there are two major issues with this flow. First, the web platform only accepts a very specific format which few distributors can produce, so most of the input needs to be normalized before it can be normalized by the web platform. This used to be a manual process, slow, error-prone, messy, more so in a time when time is critical. Now, the second issue is a resource problem. Enabling distributors in the web platform has substantial overheads, time, and cost-wise. It becomes a bottleneck where data is available, but it can't be uploaded into BW for analysis. To sort out this problem, that's one of the raisons d'etre of the BIP. Enabling new distributors becomes very straightforward, and right off the bat, it gives an extra 10% more sellout visibility without any extra cost. Then, in order to tackle the formatting issue, I developed the converters. These are a set of Visual Basic routines that normalize the distributor input data automatically. What used to take hours now is done in a matter of seconds. And what's more, right after normalizing and validating, the converters immediately load the data into the BIP backend and make it available for analysis. So, in summary, the BIP data is the same as BW's, if not more complete, and it's available much faster than BW. The BIP exploits the greatest advantage of using pivot table. It streamlines the analysis process. It works querying data by selecting fields, brand, distributors, reps, and then aggregated measures from sell-in, sell-out, and stocks. All these with the drag and drop mechanics into a pivot table. Then it uses slicers, which is a type of a smart filter for the elements in the query, which they work even if they are not displayed in the table, so you have very streamlined graphing and drilling. Importantly, the slices also connect distinct pivots, so one can analyze different elements from the same perspective, or the same scene from a completely different angle. And this makes the BIP to really shine in ad hoc reporting. It reduces the production and analysis time exponentially, and then enables slicing through the dimensions and adjusting parameters with a very high degree of freedom. So in other words, this is a dashboard. So the BIP provides the benefit of deep, powerful, instantaneous insight. All this is powered by an extensive collection of analytic measures. Each can calculate very complex results on runtime. So It works using time intelligence functions that evaluate and compare the measures in each context, without the need to run different reports, adjusting the time filters. These can be aggregated into qualified counts, say pillars, which is the count of instances where a dose allowed reaches the threshold of a target brand. And in turn, this can be aggregated by period results, so then contrasted over previous periods. You get a table that, in a single glance, it tells you the whole story, both of the big picture and the small picture. Normally, this would require running and downloading several extracts and then combining them, writing evaluating formulas, and so on. Now, to top this up, there is one massive advantage on using a native Excel background. Using Visual Basic, one can automate and combine tables to produce highly customized and very rich, detailed serial reports. One big perk of the BIP tabular data model is that it can include a geocoding table. That means that the measures can be represented against a geographical hierarchy in a GFlow map, going from continent to country to city, and then all the way down the postcode structure. Then somewhere along the way, from 1.5 million postcodes to about 2,000 districts, there is the distributor territories. These are districts spread over, consolidated into 12 custom regions. All the other dimensions and hierarchy apply at this level, so you can't relate the geography to a distributor, to a brand, to any of the complex measures. In other words, it turns a map into a pivot table, and not just geography. It can also represent measures evolution across a time dimension. But the real advantage of geocoding is not what it can show, it's what you can find. I put together a Visual Basic web scraper and fired it at Yale.com. It collected over 46,000 hairdresser contact details, the phone, category tags, and a full address. That is the link to relate the channel fields to any geocoded demographical or statistical data, be it population, gender, age, social networking data. Using the BIP geocoding, this can be queried and analyzed at distributor level, even at rep level. So, you get demographic benchmarking, market evaluations, demographic targeted campaigns, and a whole new level of conquest opportunities. When I first joined, I was asked to help bringing MATRIX to the next level. That was mid-Caesar implementation, and while it was a great idea, it didn't really exploit the huge potential in the distributor data. The most obvious first step was to develop the BIP. As a tool, it has the edge that BW lacks, speed-wise, flexibility-wise, reach-wise. It enables empowering the reps with insight on their customers and their opportunities. And it supports management with oversight at all levels, through dashboards and custom reports. It turns massive amounts of data into meaningful information. And it opened the gates to customer relationship management and forecasting. As a solution, it has a huge upsizing potential. It's virtually inexpensive, and it's straightforward to maintain. That said, the BIP won't take us to the next level on its own. All it does is give answers. So if we ask the right questions, then it becomes just a matter of joining the dots.